So you guys all have experience training kids and teens and adults in your respective sports, and you're very good at it. But there's a roadblock mentally where some of you kind of get disconnected from training your team of summer camp coaches or after school program coaches. So let's talk about this. Yeah.
Or even like an admin position, right? And I'm sure you guys have heard us say this before, where it's like you have to be a business owner first. Like you can put on your black belt, you can put on your ballet shoes, and I get it, and you love it, and you're passionate about it, and we never want to take that passion away from you. But if you choose to open a business, you have to be a business owner first who teaches these other programs. So this does show up in the areas like how Duane was just saying is, when you come to training your team, we've been hearing this, we've been getting feedback from our coaches, and as well as, Sydney Best, who is our, coaching director. She, of course, we debrief regularly, is she says that there's a disconnect when it comes to training the team. And even sometimes the phrase will pop up, I'm just not good at training my team.
Yeah. So here's the thing that we have to remember. If you are a good teacher or instructor, what it comes down to is your skills and ability to be able to communicate, but also what curriculum that you're teaching. So this is where it gets easy, right? I'm a martial artist. I've been training in the same curriculum my whole life. I'm going to teach what I know.
Yep.
Or in the dance community.
Yeah,
same thing, right?
Exactly. It's the exact same thing. So when you're looking at your curriculum, the reason why you're able to teach your students so efficiently and effectively, and they turn into these like amazing athletes over the years, is because you know your stuff. You know the curriculum. You know how to teach it. You know what works best, right? The problem that we're seeing that is surfacing right now is the curriculum known as the STC system, that there is a lack of a practice in just teaching it, or even a knowledge in fully implementing all of it. So we're going to take the, admin system, for example, right? It's literally, we have an entire module that's dedicated to the admin system. There's checklists, there's training resources, there's scripts, there's all kinds of things that are in there, right? You'll hire an admin. You're not comfortable with the position, which is fine. You don't have to be 100%, but you have to at least have enough of a foundation of it to go, I'm going to teach you this. But because you're not even confident in teaching them that system or fully even understand the importance of that role to begin with, you don't give it 100%. Or you cross your fingers and you go, maybe they'll give it 100%. And then because you don't know this system, you don't inspect what you expect because you don't even know what you should be inspecting or what you should be expecting because you have no idea. So then what ends up happening is you hire somebody for an admin, they're not trained, you don't inspect anything, and then you go, I don't know what happened. I guess I'm just not good at training. No, it's not that you're not good at training and teaching. It's that you didn't study the curriculum that you already have access to.
Yeah, I have a question for you guys. Very curious here. Pretty much everybody who is in our program at one point has taught classes. And I'm curious, at what age did you start teaching classes? Jump into the chat section. For me, my first martial art classes that I was teaching was at 14 years old. And my instructor very quickly was like, oh, you're good with kids. I'm going to let you teach every single class. And that was I think I was a brown belt. I wasn't even a black belt at that point. We got a lot of people, 14, 15.
Yep.
Coach Jimmy is like 9 years old.
Makes sense.
Yeah. How do you know you grew up in a martial arts school?
Yep.
I started teaching at age 9. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. 22, 19. Yeah. I mean, we have 28,
11.
14. Yeah. There's a lot of people who, got an early start, right? And even if you've only been teaching for 3 to 5 years, you still have enough experience to be a great teacher. So where this, really comes down to is, when was the last time that you sat down with paper, with a pen, and took notes on one of those modules? When was the last time that you sat down and you wrote down questions that you have that you post in the group? What we see with all of our newest members, we know right away within 30 days if you're going to hit a home run with this system or not. Mm-hmm. One of the fastest internal ways that we know if you're going to do a great job with our system is based on how many questions you're posting in the group. Mm-hmm. The private group is such an incredible resource, not only if you're new. I don't care if you've been in this program for 11 years. If you have a question, do not let your little voice in your head talk you out of posting it, because that question will not only help you, and it'll help speed up the process to success, but it's going to help every single person that's inside of this group. So we really want you guys to try this on where you go, I'm a business owner first, and then secondarily, I'm a teacher or an instructor.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know the systems in this business model, and we have it laid out for you in the online course. You guys know that. If you haven't watched the course in over a year, jump back in and watch it, because I promise you that you are going to learn not just one or two things that you've forgotten, but you're in a different position now where you're going to interpret the course in a much more powerful way because of your experience that you have.
Yeah, and keep in mind that retraining and studying it in the course with the curriculum that you have in front of you is not just the marketing, not just the sales, because I know that that's the exciting stuff, right? That's the pretty stuff. That's what we want to do, right? We're specifically talking about, I'm going into the coaches module and I am studying this and I am taking notes so that I fully know how to train the team and I know how to support the team. I'm going into the director's module. I'm taking notes again. I'm not just handing this off to my director and again, hoping that they're going to do it. You have to do it. You have to be the one that knows it. So again, so that you can inspect what you expect. Going into the admin, every single part of the system plays an important part. If you're only focused on the marketing and the sales and only studying just that one part and you skip the part, which is the people part in it, which is the foundation, it's like, hey, I just made this amazing soup, right? But you know what? I don't have any bowls to put it in. So I guess I'm just going to pour it on the floor. Like, that's a disaster waiting to happen.
Well, I'll give you guys a very specific analogy. Let's say that you have a martial arts student that has a question about a technique, and they walk up to you as an instructor and they ask you the question about the technique, and you kind of hesitate and you're not really sure how to answer them, and you've got to figure it out. And if you took that approach, that martial arts student is going to question whether or not you're truly the expert you say you are. The same thing happens if you have a team member. When they ask you for support or they have a clarifying question, you have to be able to confidently give them an answer. And I do also want to remind you, you can have your team post questions in the team group. We have a private group just for your team members. Directors, you can choose to have them inside of the owners group, and they're welcome to post questions all day long as well. And I encourage them to, and I encourage you as an owner to do the same thing. But I really want to just, challenge all of you to put on those white belts, get into that mindset of let's be a student again, and go back and learn the things that we might be skipping, little parts of the system that we might be overlooking. We have a lot of people that they'll go around after their second or third year and they'll kind of get back to the basics again. And they're like, oh my gosh, if I would have followed the system from day one, we'd be so much bigger. And it's like, exactly. So be very careful of trying to put your own twist on things based on what you used to do in the past. The reason this coaching program exists is so that you can do it the new way that we know that works.
Yeah. You know what I always find interesting is whenever we know that we're talking to all of you, is the comment section gets real quiet. Because y'all are like, I just got called out. Like, nobody is commenting in there. And we love you guys. We do. And listen, I am so thankful that I have friends and people that are close to me that will call me out if I'm not at 100%. If I'm doing less than what I'm capable of. Like, nobody sugarcoats anything that I surround myself with. And that's what success team coaching is. We want to be those people that will love you and also tell you when you're not doing it correctly, because we want you to win. It's not because we're thinking that you're bad or that, there's something wrong. It's like, hey, no, we're just here to fix it and go, hey, let's change as many lives as possible. Well, we can't change as many lives as possible if there aren't a few little call outs along the way. Yeah. And that's what we're here to do.
Listen, a good coach is not afraid to take a stand and go, listen, let's get it together, my friends.